everyone, this is Maki. The mass-produced mobile suits in the Gundam series are fascinating, aren't they? One of their biggest charms is the customized variations that accompany them. Since they are designed for mass production, their performance is often lower compared to special mobile suits like the Gundams. However, once customized, they can reach performance levels that rival the main character's mobile suits. Today, we will take a closer look at the Ginn High-Maneuver Type 2 from the Seed series. It's a customized mobile suit based on the original Ginn, which first appeared in Seed. It made its mark in the anime series Seed Destiny. The scene in which it uses a katana-like sword really left an impression. Now, it's time for you to hop into the Ginn High-Maneuver Type 2 and join the operation. Don't worry, there's no fighting involved. All you have to do is help move space colony debris to a safe location. Simple, right? Press the subscribe button to activate the Ginn High-Maneuver Type 2. Hit the like button to start the flare motor. Ring the bell to give a sharp salute. We need your help for the shining future of the coordinators. The Ginn developed by Zaft was an exceptionally well-rounded mobile suit. The prototype Ginn was completed in Cosmic Era 67, 3 years before the outbreak of full-scale war between the Earth Alliance and Zaft. Many pilots were familiar with the Ginn's control system and characteristics, and they liked it. When the war with the Earth Alliance began, the Seed was introduced as a new mobile suit. However, although it was more advanced than the Ginn, its performance did not reach the level one would expect from a true next-generation unit. Furthermore, the Earth Alliance's newly developed GATX series stands Zaft's Weapons Development Division with its capabilities. The production timeline of the gates was extended to allow for the integration of new technologies learned from the GATX series. Amidst all this, the Ginn High-Maneuver Type was designed to improve upon the original Ginn. With a new engine adapted from warship propulsion systems and powerful weaponry, the Ginn High-Maneuver Type delivered a respectable level of combat performance. This was aided by the Earth Alliance's decision not to equip their mass-produced mobile suits with phase-shift armor. Beyond battlefield performance, the Ginn High-Maneuver Type inherited the Ginn's familiar controls and traits, which Zaft soldiers had long cherished, making it a very appealing mobile suit. Consequently, the Ginn High-Maneuver Type gained the affection of veteran pilots and evolved into a new model. That evolution was the Ginn High-Maneuver Type 2. The Ginn High-Maneuver Type 2 evolved from its predecessor, the Ginn High-Maneuver Type, but exhibits many different characteristics. From here on, we will refer to the older model as Type 1 and the newer model as Type 2. Please note that these are temporary names used for this program only and are not official designations. The Type 1 is characterized by numerous thrusters added to the body of the Ginn, along with new propulsion units mounted on its wings. Although the technology itself had existed for a long time, the downside was that the parts were different from those used on Ginn, which meant additional maintenance procedures. However, the overall reputation of the maintenance staff was by no means bad. This positive feedback was one of the driving forces behind the development of Type 2. Type 2 was designed with upgrades that made use of the original Ginn structure. The shoulder and waist thrusters added to Type 1 were removed. Instead, efforts were made to improve performance by strengthening the existing thrusters on various parts of the unit. The leg-mounted thrusters, which had delivered excellent results in the Type 1, were also incorporated into the Type 2 design. These thrusters were improved upon in the new design. The Type 1 thrusters could produce thrust in two directions. However, this multi-directional thrust capability increased stress on the mobile suit's frame. Type 1 required a 30% increase in joint strength compared to the original Zin. In Type 2, the leg thrusters were redesigned to produce thrust in only one direction. This simplification improved structural integrity and made piloting easier. The winged thrusters on the Type 1 were excellent in terms of acceleration and flight range. However, real combat experience revealed that in close quarters mobile suit combat, short-range maneuverability and agility were more critical. Therefore, the Type 2 adopted an improved thruster design based on the original's in-wing structure. Additionally, the sensors in the head were upgraded to enhance communication and command capabilities. The weaponry was also updated with close quarters combat in mind. By Cosmic Era 73, the Type 2 had achieved performance levels comparable to Zaft's latest Zoku-type mobile suits. Nevertheless, Zaft officially adopted the new Millennium series as its next mainline unit. It's unclear why the Zin High-Maneuver Type 2 wasn't selected as a standard issue mobile suit. Was it because its base design was considered too dated and lacked potential for future upgrades? Its inability to use the wizard system, which allows for equipment swapping, may have also been a disadvantage, especially given the constraints imposed by the Junius Treaty. Nevertheless, the finished Type 2 was well received by the pilots, who used it because it retained the familiar piloting characteristics of the Zin, while boosting overall performance. In Cosmic Era 73, however, an incident occurred, and the Type 2's most distinctive feature, its resemblance to the Zin, would bring about the worst possible outcome for the plants. Now, let's review the weapons of the Zin High-Maneuver Type 2. Like the Type 1, one of its key features is that it uses weapons that were already in practical use at the time of its development, rather than newly designed ones. First is the beam carbine. In the real world, a carbine is a short-barreled rifle originally used by cavalry. The beam carbine follows this concept. It's a beam weapon with a shorter barrel than a standard beam rifle. Although it has lower penetration and range than a typical beam rifle, it excels in rapid fire capability and maneuverability thanks to its compact size. When paired with the mobile suit's high mobility, the beam carbine becomes a very powerful weapon. Its destructive power is sufficient. A direct hit can destroy a gate's hull in a single shot. Another notable feature of the beam carbine is that it doesn't draw power from the mobile suit's internal energy supply. Instead, it uses an energy cartridge installed in the weapon to fire beams. This cartridge is similar in design to the one used in the ballast that the original Zin was equipped with. Equipping a beam carbine that doesn't consume the unit's energy gives the mobile suit a longer combat operating time. Next is the Zankito. It's a sword with a design similar to a Japanese katana. Zan means to cut, Ki means machine, and To means sword. So, the name essentially means a sword that cuts machines. It's simple, yet it sounds really cool, doesn't it? The Zankito was created using techniques passed down by the people of the graveyard who preserve ancient technologies. It boasts impressive sharpness, and when wielded by a skilled pilot, it's said to be capable of destroying 3 Zins with a single strike. Like the beam turbine, the Zankito does not consume the mobile suit's internal energy. It has also been confirmed that the metal used to make the Zankito is a rare metal refined in the plants. Why a terrorist group rather than an official military unit was able to equip every Ginn High-Maneuver Type 2 with such a valuable weapon remains a mystery. This fact suggests that the group may have been supported by someone with some kind of great power or abundant assets. Incidentally, the same technology was used in the sword wielded by the Gundam Stray Red Frame. Because of that, the two swords look very similar. This similarity led to an incident in which Lo Gil was suspected of supporting the perpetrators of the Junius 7 drop incident. Lastly, we have the anti-beam shield. It offers excellent protection against beam weapons. It also has high resistance to physical projectiles, such as metal bullets. Since it is meant for close-range combat against other mobile suits, it is smaller than most other shields. The beam carbines and Keto and anti-beam shield are the standard equipment for the Ginn High-Maneuver Type 2. Although this mobile suit was often used by irregular units, such as terrorists, the Ginn High-Maneuver Type 2 is actually a military-spec mobile suit that has been assigned an official model number by ZAFT. Therefore, it is highly likely that it could be equipped with officially adopted ZAFT weapons. What role did the Ginn High-Maneuver Type 2 play? Although it only appeared briefly in the anime Seed Destiny, its performance left a strong impression on many viewers. Setting that aside, let's first take a look at the terrorists who operated the Ginn High-Maneuver Type 2. How did they manage to obtain equipment powerful enough to move something as massive as Junius 7? The device they used is called the flare motor. It takes advantage of the solar wind, which consists of high-velocity plasma particles released during solar flare events near sunspots. In fact, the terrorists in the show mentioned terms like solar wind and particle arrival. They began by drawing power from the underground power plant within Junius 7 and used it to electrify wires. The black cables seen in the scene appeared to be those wires. As electricity flowed through the wires, a magnetic field was generated. This magnetic field then interacted with the magnetic field of the solar wind, causing Junius 7 to move. This process works on the same principle as two magnets repelling each other when their like poles face one another. The flare motor is an extremely rare and expensive device. It's not something a deserter could easily steal. It's hard to believe the terrorists could have obtained it unless it was provided by someone in a very high position. In Seed Destiny, Chairman Gilbert Durano is depicted as secretly pulling the strings behind many events. Could he have been involved in supporting the Junius 7 drop as well? The novel adaptation briefly mentions this matter. When Durano receives word that Lord Jibril has been defeated by the Manava team, he reflects on the war internally. He mocks the terrorists thinking, do they really believe they carried out the Junius 7 drop on their own? That's all that's said, but it's reasonable to assume that Durano supplied the flare motor. Of course, it is also possible that Durano indirectly supported terrorists by inciting extremists like Jagannath, who appeared in Seed Freedom, or by ignoring their actions. The truth remains unknown. Now, let's observe the Ginn High-Maneuver Type 2 in action. Though its screen time is short, thanks to its pilot skills, it proves to be a formidable presence. He takes down multiple gates or units led by Isaac's Squad 1 after another. Its pinpoint accuracy in striking cockpits is astonishing. Izak and Darka are clearly bewildered. They ask who are these pilots who can do so much in a Zin. Although the gates are always older than the Zaku series, it's still a newer mobile suit than the Zin. There's even a scene where gates are always cut in two with one strike of a sword. The Zankito, crafted using graveyard technology, requires great skill to wield effectively. Unlike the Zin's heavy sword, it doesn't rely on brute weight to cut. In a Stray, Ranogin no Sahaku tries to use a sword made by Low Gero, but fails. Without the proper technique, a pilot won't destroy the enemy. Instead, their own arm could be damaged by the recoil. Ranogino is a highly skilled pilot, yet he still injures himself because he hasn't mastered the unique sword play of the graveyard. The pilot of the Zin High-Maneuver Type 2 cleanly slices a gate Zoro in half. This scene alone shows how exceptionally skilled they are. Also pay attention to the moment just before the attack, when they block a beam rifle shot from the gate Zoro with their shield. The shield used by the Zin High-Maneuver Type 2 is treated with an anti-beam coating. It's different from the laminate coating used by the Earth Alliance or the Orb Union. Laminate armor defends by converting the beam's energy into heat to prevent damage to the armor. In contrast, anti-beam coating deflects the beam itself. When the beam hits the shield, it scatters and diffuses. If the shield were laminate coated, its surface would grow red from the heat, and the beam wouldn't disperse. The pilot cleverly uses the scattered light from the deflected beam to hide their movements from the enemy. They use the enemy's own attacks to gain an advantage, an impressive tactic. There's also a scene in which the armor of Athran's Zaku warrior is severed. This demonstrates just how powerful these pilots are. Though they act out of hatred, deep love for those they've lost lies at the core of their actions. One soldier cries out, Junior 7 is the gravestone of my daughter. Seed Freedom had a powerful message: love is a weapon that makes people stronger. It's a deeply tragic truth, but the Zin High-Maneuver Type 2 is also a mobile suit driven by love that demonstrated tremendous power. It has a broad body and simple armaments. The Zin High-Maneuver Type 2 is a fascinating mobile suit. In the Universal Century world, there is also the High Mobility Type Zaku 2, a mobile suit with a strong fan following. A customized version of the mass-produced Zaku 2, it was upgraded to rival the performance of newer generation mobile suits. Some even describe its specs as being comparable to those of the Gelgoog produced later. The Zin High-Maneuver Type 2 enhanced the old Zin and defeated its successor, the Gate Zoro. It even inflicted damage on the latest mobile suits, such as the Zaku Warrior and the Impulse Gundam. It's only fair to call it the High Mobility Type Zaku 2 of the Seed universe. So, which of the Zin High-Maneuver Type 2's weapons is your favorite? The katana style sword is seriously cool, but the beam carbine sleeve design is appealing too, isn't it? Thanks for watching until the end. See you in the next episode.